Hey guys, Adrienne Smith here with Realty Now, and today we're going to interview Peter Maierhofer, who is the director of the Carrollton Parks and Recreation Department. Tell us a little bit about what your position is now and what other ones you've held here at the Rec Department.
I started with the Parks and Recreation Department in 1999, was my first year, and I was a program coordinator.
Okay.
And through the years, I have moved up with the department where I've become a superintendent, and then I was the assistant director for a few years. And then the last 7 years, I've had the privilege of holding this position as the director of the Parks and Recreation Department here in Carrollton. So it's been a nice gradual increase for me, and especially for a community that I love and I've seen grow and develop over the last 20 years. It's been fun to see.
Nice, good.
Yeah.
Well, it has been fun to watch you grow.
Well, thank you.
So Pete and I know each other because I was a lifeguard for him back in probably 99.
99, 2000 was the first summer that I met Adrienne, and she worked for me for about 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
And before she went off to college and pursued bigger dreams and brighter things for herself.
Okay, well, can you describe to us what the Carrollton Parks and Rec does and why it's so beneficial to our community here?
Sure. The department has been here since 1956, and we offer comprehensive programming for our youth, for our adults, and also for our senior population. We also have a very strong special needs population where we do Special Olympics, and we are heavily involved with that as well. And we like to say that we get everyone from birth until death here at the Parks and Recreation Department. And we just have a lot of different programming for all involved.
So what does this do for local businesses?
Well, one of the nice things that we are able to contribute back to our community is we have, during the week, we have comprehensive programming and a lot on the weekends as well for everyone. But then we also, on top of that, we host a lot of tournaments and meets and special events for our community. And that might not seem like a big thing, but we usually host about 38 out of the 52 weekends in a year where we're hosting tournaments or something of that nature. And then this brings in about $9 million to $10 million per year to our community when you get people that are shopping at their stores, eating at the restaurants, and staying at the hotels. And then the nice thing about it is they all leave on Sunday afternoon and go back to their hometown, and then we reap all the rewards of that and take all the money. Absolutely.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it really is.
I'd never really thought about that until you
it's
mentioned it before.
It's and we've been doing that consistently probably now for the last 15, 18 years. So it's a nice thing to offer our community that supports Parks and Recreation so well in this community.
Very cool. And Carrollton Parks and Rec has won some pretty big awards for a small rec
We have. In fact, this past year was probably the best year we've ever had. We won the coveted Agency of the Year award, and that was the 12th time that we've won that since 1956.
Oh, wow.
And then the other thing was we also won 13 other awards with it. So that is the most that we have won ever on the GRPA level, and that is the most that any one department has ever won in 1 year. So we're real proud of our staff and our community and all the support that we do receive. So it's very nice.
Wonderful. Well, what are some of the most popular things that you do here, and how do people find out about everything that's available?
Some of the most important programs that we still do every year here is your football, your basketball, your baseball, but then we also have a very large gymnastics program. We also have a very large senior program here, and we have a swim team that's been here since 1967, and it's a year-round program that we offer. And then we also, every year when we do this twice a year, we send out these brochures.
Okay.
And these are very nice. We do these every 6 months. So this one is for March through August of 2019. And then we'll do another one from September through February. And it lists all the programs we have in here, including our great green belt that we have also in our community. And people can find just about anything they'd want to try here in the city limits of Carrollton.
That's awesome. This Greenbelt map is pretty incredible. I actually, after Pete came and spoke at the West Metro Board of Realtors, I took this map and drove around the streets around my house to find where the nearest little trailhead was that I could hop on, and it was a lot closer than I realized.
Well, it's so interesting because we had a group that came in for our accreditation, and they had never seen a Greenbelt this well put together, this nice, and something that's 18 miles around the city limits of Carrollton for a town our size. Now you see it in a lot of the metro areas, but very rarely do you see it in a town with 25,000 people or less. So
Right.
what a cool thing for our town to have.
Such a cool thing. That was a
Yeah.
big deal for me when I moved back from Atlanta to my hometown of Carrollton, because we
Sure.
had just gotten the Beltline going, and it was such a big deal. And so it was just thrilling to know it was almost complete at that time
It
here.
really supports healthy lifestyles, and it's very nice that our community, Tanner Medical Center, Southwire, all these guys are jumping on board, the University of West Georgia. So yeah, we're a very fortunate community.
Nice. Okay. Well, feel free to look below, and Pete's going to answer a few more questions for us. If you'd like any of these books, they have a ton of them here.
Sure.
If you want to just reach out to me, I'm happy to get you one. And if you have any questions for Pete, he's available. I'll have all of his information below. Pete, thank you so much for being my first interview.
Thank you. Enjoyed it.